All right, we're going to get started in just a moment or two. Hope everyone's excellent out there and getting ready for a fun night of starting a new model kit. A very old new model kit, a 20-something-year-old model kit that I'm excited to work on tonight. I also hope you enjoyed that new music that was playing. New to me, I found a new playlist. I'm trying it out a little bit. That hopefully won't trip any royalty stuff, because the last playlist I was using, apparently a couple of those songs, Twitch didn't like. YouTube thought they were fine, but Twitch was like, hey, I don't like this. So fine, whatever, I'll figure it all out. I'm trying out this other playlist and, keep trying. Just some cool jams to play. We're going to get started with the stream in just a moment or two, letting this ad break play out, and then we'll get started with the Guntank and talk about a whole variety of fun things. In just a moment or two. Get ready for it. The stream is starting in just a second. Okay. Hello and welcome to the Build With Baer Workshop. My name is Pat Baer. I'm here to build a model kit and to hang out with all of you. I'm throwing the Bear Cave, the Lego of the site, the Tier 2 blue emote in the chat. If you are currently a subscriber to the old Build With Baer Workshop, you can throw those emotes in the chat. If you are not yet a subscriber, you can say hi or use other people's emotes. Or if you feel like being a lurker, you can just go ahead and lurk and you don't have to say or do anything. Lashbrook is here. Hello, Lashbrook. Ghost Valve is here. Hello, Ghost Valve. Welcome. It's Saturday. The Frieren Gundam took a while to build because it's a real grade. It's an old-ass real grade, and it took some time. This next kit, hi, Aristovan, this next kit, also old as shit, but will not take that much time. This might be a one-stream build, or most likely I'll finish it up on Monday, and tomorrow I have to do a poll to see what I build next. Thank you to Chris, who picked this up off of my Amazon wish list. It's very kind of you, Chris. It's the Guntank. It's the HG Guntank from the year 2000. It's number 7. It's the 7th high grade. That's nonsense, but that's true. And we'll be building it tonight. I have built the early type Guntank, which is the Silver Friend, which is slightly different. It's from Origin. But I've never built the Guntank. I've never built the high grade Guntank, and it felt long overdue. It felt like something I should have done, but I just never got around to it. Then recently put it on the wish list because I saw it there on Amazon, and Chris picked it up, which is very kind. So thank you to Chris. Again, not a lot to build with this. It should not take super long. We might finish it tonight. We might finish it. We'll definitely finish on Monday. Shouldn't say we might. It will not take two full streams plus. No stickers, some polycaps, nice the old school polycaps here. But yeah, I don't have much else to say in the preamble. So instead, I'm gonna repost my post, retweet my tweet. I'll use both old and new language. Uh, let's see. And then we'll get into the building. Just one quick thing. Look at this. Okay, that sounds good. All right, and yes, we're ready. Overhead camera is here. There it is. Polycaps, our old ass polycaps right there. Move those aside. We're gonna start by assembling the treads. So we're going to be pulling out a lot of these. I am going to be panel lining the hell out of this. We'll use black for most of it, although we do have some red, so I'll use brown for that. So there'll be plenty of panel lining as we construct this. So let's see. I will need mostly A, but then the end cap will need B11. Oh, B11 is the main piece. That's what it is. That makes sense. So B11. Our big blue friend here. All right, so that's B11. Pop that out. We'll see how this plastic feels as I start handling it. Sometimes older kits can feel very brittle. There also, I should say, I shouldn't just leave this out as not a possibility. There exists a possibility that this was a reissue, that this is not 2000 plastic. This plastic could be less than 23 years old, but the design is from 2000. The instructions are clearly from 2000, and because there would be we would be using more pieces than we're using here if this was not from the year 2000. So while the plastic could theoretically be younger, the design is ancient. So keep that in mind when you see kits that are advertised as being from a certain year. That might not be the case. It's totally possible. And sometimes there are production delays. They don't update the year if there's a production delay. Sometimes kits don't come out until the following year, but they have the previous year's number associated with them. So that is a thing. I don't think, in this case, this feels like a 2000s kit. So yeah, maybe it came out in 2001. But, on the other hand, it could just be super goddamn old. All right, so let's try to do this in order. We're going to do the top one first. That's A15. A15 is here. And we'll panel line it once we get it all together, because I'm not going to do each individual piece panel line it. But, we'll do it when we get all together and try to make everything look nice. There. All right, got our first in. First of many. Then we're doing 7 is the next one. Of course, it's not like it's just like, hey, here's A3. You just put all A3s across there. Slightly different. And you can see, they fit in a little differently depending on which piece it is, which is a nice little bit of business. I was not necessarily expecting that, so that's nice. Our top story for the evening, we're going to talk a bit about TwitchCon, which is happening in Las Vegas. It always feels like every other day there's a TwitchCon. The TwitchCon Vegas is happening, and they had a keynote that happened yesterday, and so we will chat a bit about some of the things that came out of the keynote because they are important to kind of discuss. There's some stuff that's like, hey, as of now, there's some stuff that's like, hey, this is coming sometime next year. Be on the lookout for it. Some things that may not apply to you at all, even if you are a streamer, especially not apply if you're not a streamer. But there's some stuff that might be interesting for you to know about. All right. So that was 21. The next one is 19, in A19. It's right over here. Let's see. So we talked a little bit about stories coming to Twitch. That's basically just like I, as a creator, can post some stuff and messages on mobile, and you could read them on mobile. I don't know if right now I have not used it at all. I might get into the habit of putting stuff up there that I want to, like, oh, I'm going to put this up because I want to promote my stream tonight or something. I might do that. I don't know. Eventually, they're going to show up in the, you'll be able to add links, because right now, can't add links to anything. So if I have a VOD up on YouTube, I can't right now be like, hey, if you missed last night's stream, the VOD is here on your YouTube. Can't do that right now. Can't tag other streamers. Can't post videos yet, but that'll come. Polls, like that would be it would be nice to have polls on my Twitch, especially if people got notification that it came up. That is something that actually would be kind of helpful. Because right now if I do a poll, it's a Google Doc thing or it's a Google forum, and then I just have to post it everywhere. But instead, I could be like, oh, hey, what's up, Twitch? Here's a poll. See what's up. They're going to work on the clip editor and make that more discoverable, and featured clips and a bunch of stuff that's coming. And also, it looks like they're going to be continuing to work on what is one of the best things that they've put out in recent memory is the clip editor. It's great. It's very seamless, very easy to use. And they're going to be working on changing aspect ratios and putting better trimming tools in there, which is sounds great. I'm up for that. And then there's a thing called Stream Together. You may have heard of Guest Star. Guest Star is their attempt to make a easy to use way to have guests on your stream. Just like, open up Chrome. Here's the link to add your webcam in, and now you can have a guest on there with audio and whatever. And it was like trying to make it so you don't have to worry about like, okay, well, I have OBS and I got to have the dashboard open. And then if I have guests, I got to do Discord, or I got to do a bunch of like Video Ninja stuff or whatever. It's trying to take that all out so that you just have to have, use the service you're already using, which I thought was kind of cool. Not a lot of people were using it, and most people were saying, this is kind of frustrating because I want to guest star, but also I'm streaming, and it's kind of like it's difficult to use both those things, which makes sense that people who weren't like, oh yeah, I'm visiting my friend's stream. People were like, no, I'm also streaming and we're playing Fortnite together. It would be cool if we could like combine streams, but like partners can do that in some instances, but it's not as easy. So that's where they're moving towards. Guest Star is changing its name so that they can also mention the new focus. And Guest Star is becoming Stream Together. So sure, you know what? Sure. Up to 6 streamers can collaborate on their own channels. And there is a beta apparently, which I am not a part of, which is fine because I don't know if I would jump in on that right away anyway. And soon you're going to be able to put a scene into OBS, basically you're going to be able to use OBS to just kind of make it work. Instead of having to import a bunch of different URLs, you'll be able to use one URL for the group, which sounds very cool. And then you can work on layouts and all that other stuff. And then in the future, they're going to have shared viewership. So it won't just be like your viewers, it'll be like the Stream Together viewer numbers, which is interesting. I don't know how that's going to account for other things as far as like, runs to partner. If you start Stream Together with somebody that has a lot more viewers than you, if that'll help you in those regards, I don't know, but it is at least kind of interesting that they're going that route. And then also, You can optionally, if you want to, with Stream Together, merge your chats. So if you have a stream and you have, you're playing with a few other people, you can maybe do like a big group chat if you want, which is kind of neat and might encourage people to follow the people that you're streaming together with. They're doing more with alerts, which I don't care about because I don't use their alerts. I use Stream Elements overlays. I have not bothered to learn about their alerts. I probably should because it would be nice because that way alerts would show up in my activity feed and then might show up in chat and they would show up on the overlay. I have not figured out that yet. I have thought about doing that, but at the moment anyway, I should say, that is not high on my priority list. It could end up doing that. It certainly could, but right now that's not a priority for me, is using that. Some ad stuff. There's going to be a December promotion, friends. If you enjoyed September and gifting subs and getting a discount on stuff, that's coming. No name for it yet, but there will be a December holiday thing where viewers get discounted sub prices, which is neat. Again, no real information on that yet. More to come. I saw some people throwing out some terrible names out there, which I liked because, September, so it's Subsember. Subsember is hard to say. So I hope they go with Subsember because it's not good. It's not a good, it does not have a fun mouthfeel. So I'm all for that one. Apparently, so they're going to do that. There's going to be a discount on subs and gifts. And apparently there'll be a discount on bits and holiday-themed hype trains, which I'm not, hype trains are nice, but it's not something I, bank on. It's needing. They have updated their off-service conduct policy, which is great. That's long overdue. Basically the idea that, hey, guess what? A thing that was not part of their community guidelines was some offline behavior. Like, people were able to weasel their way out saying, hey, I didn't dox that person on stream. I did that on my own time. And we're able to say, it doesn't say anything in there about off, when I'm streaming. So the fact that they're codifying that language is good. It's long overdue. It should have been in there much earlier than this, but, we'll take it, certainly. Doxing, swatting, the list of off-service conduct behaviors we will enforce. Which is good. A thing for mods that will be nice in the future. I don't think any of you will have to deal with this because you're good people. But sometimes, in jokes don't get read. Sometimes you're making a reference to something and the mod doesn't quite get that reference. There are times where you might get a warning or whatever. Now you can get a warning that comes in anonymously that is not part of chat that is coming. So that way mods or streamers don't have to message people directly like that. That's coming next year. Wow, so you can no longer be a piece of crap off-platform and Twitch can't shrug their shoulders. Yes. We dropped some frames there. My apologies. I have no control over that, but that still sucks. Yes, adding doxing and swatting to their off, and continuing to work on their off-service conduct. That is a thing that is now in there, which is great. But yes, this new thing's coming next year. You can send anonymous warnings to chatters as a mod. That is really nice because that is now not putting my mods. I don't have any mods, but if I had mods, or myself at the request of the streamer, I'm having to directly message them. That's cool. That is a nice feature. They changed some stuff. And then the big one. The one you may have heard about that got announced yesterday that is a big deal. The simulcasting policy has been updated. You may know that as an affiliate, I was part of my contract was that I could not, up till the summer at least, I could not multi-stream places. Could not do it. That was not a thing that I was allowed to do. They changed that in August to include TikTok and Instagram, so I could go live on TikTok and live on Instagram if I wanted to, which I didn't. But YouTube, still not a thing. Still was not a thing you could do. One or the other. That my affiliate contract with Twitch did not mean that I couldn't on my own time outside of it stream on YouTube. It wasn't an exclusivity deal, but it did mean that going into it, I should say, it had to be one or the other. As of yesterday, that has changed. There is a policy change that I am surprised about, but is good. It's good for streamers, good for viewers. It's great. You can stream on any live service, simulcast, I should say, and that's cool. There's some stuff with it. The most important thing is Twitch, and of course you could do this if you were not an affiliate. You could just do it, and it was fine. Twitch has some stuff that they want people to agree to, and it makes sense. A lot of it makes sense, and the major points are: don't make your Twitch worse because you're also streaming somewhere else, right? Twitch must be desperate to allow simulcast even with the caveats. So it's most likely the numbers went up for YouTube faster than they expected. That's my guess, right? It might not be panic. It's probably just a chart. The graph was higher than they anticipated. The rate of which bigger streamers were doing well on YouTube and had left Twitch was probably higher faster than they had anticipated, because they knew that some people would go because some viewers will follow the streamers they like, and other viewers won't follow the streamers they like. So yeah, it most likely they just kind of realized that. So basically their caveats are, there are some partners that have exclusivity deals that make more than other partners. And those people that have exclusivity deals can't do this, but it's basically open to everybody else. Let's see. And their other thing is they don't want, what they definitely don't want is they don't want your YouTube chat on screen, right? You can merge chat for yourself, and there are tools that'll do that. That'll give you a feed of all your chat, and it'll be color coded or font coded, depending on how you want, so you can see where the comment came from. But they basically just they don't want that to be cluttered. They want people to use Twitch, not just to stream. They want people to view you on Twitch, right? So they're going to do what they can to make that. They don't want that to be the lesser of two experiences, right? And that makes sense. It's basically just covering their bases, being like, hey, we're going to do this, but please don't be a dick about it. And part of it is that you can link to it, you can advertise it, you don't have to pretend like you're not simulcasting, but they don't want it to be the subpar experience, right? They would prefer it if Twitch is not it's not the one that oh, well, if you've got to watch me somewhere, if you've got to watch me on Twitch, you can watch me on Twitch, but it's going to be better if you can watch me on, this other service. They would prefer if you did not say that. All right. Why can't this fit right? There it is. And I think that makes sense. So you can use it for your own personal usage if you want to have your chats or whatever. And you don't have to designate your stream as a simulcast. And eventually in Stream Manager, there will be a button. So underneath, basically simulcast will be a tag that will appear. Right now, that isn't the case. That's something they're adding to the dashboard. And I think that's neat because that's another way of being like, oh, yeah, hey, if you just want to tell people. I have not experimented with this. I will probably do a stream that is outside my normal hours. I wouldn't want to do this on a normal stream because I have never streamed to YouTube before. I wonder if they disallow what YouTube as a suffix for Twitch handle. I bet I don't know. John, I do not know. That I am not aware. Um, Also, people that got their partners agreement they terminated because they wanted out so they could stream somewhere else they're able to come back without a problem. Uh, Sounds like. Um, oh yeah, so on my own thing, right? Your friend Pat. I have not streamed on YouTube before. I am thinking about it. Uh, Safe to say we won't see you on Kick. No, I'm not going to be on Kick. I have my username parked on Kick so that someone can't stream as Pat Baer on Kick. I have it parked there, but that is just preventative. I have no interest. I would say, less than zero interest, negative interest in whatever. No, I have no interest in going there and using Kick. If I did, I can't right now. Your friend Pat, I am not able to live stream. I could do it on Instagram. Cannot do it on TikTok because I do not have enough TikTok followers or views or something there. So I am not able to do that through that. But I would be able to stream on YouTube. I've never streamed on YouTube. I have thought about maybe doing my first ever YouTube stream outside of my normal stream time. And then once I've gotten a handle of streaming to YouTube, I could integrate Twitch and kind of simulcast there. I have been I've never streamed to YouTube instead of this, mainly because I'm a bit hyper focused. Now, obviously, if you've been here in the middle of my streams, you know that I promote a bunch of things, and there are a bunch of different ways for people to help me out. Super chats could be a simple thing over there, right? Having super chats on YouTube could be another way for me to make money that would go right back into the business of buying model kits, right? So that could be another thing that I could do, and it's something like I've certainly considered. But mostly, like, I'm on Twitch because that's where people know that I stream. So I didn't want to start streaming somewhere else as well. But like I said, I could see myself doing a test stream on both and trying it out. There is Commander Root has a protocol that he developed to make it easier to multi-stream right at OBS. So I am going to investigate that a bit, learn a bit more about that because I might try that out. But I wouldn't do it on like Monday. I'm not gonna stream to both. Plenty of people do it. I don't think it's particularly hard. I just haven't yet. And it would just be another tab that I would have to have open, another chat that I would want to read, which is fine. And then I've got to learn like how to do moderation on there and all the tricks that come with that. I couldn't see myself streaming on Facebook. I don't even know if, I guess people do that, but yeah, I wouldn't be doing that. And I wouldn't expect myself to do Instagram, but I don't know. I mean, the possibilities exist that I could do that. I could be a multi-streamer. I don't know if I'm going to, but again, the possibilities there. Hopefully good news out of the world of the SAG-AFTRA strike. We are currently we are currently keeping an eye on that, keeping you updated on that. Fairly recently, the AMPTP walked away from negotiations and then put out a whole thing. And then, of course, there have been like some very clear union busting efforts. The former head of SAG-AFTRA, president of SAG-AFTRA, who is now part of the studio system, was, of course, saying that like Oh, these rules are bad. This one rule is bad. Let people dress up. This doesn't help anything. It's like, shut up, Sarah Gilbert. Fuck off. Um, but there have been a few. There was like a small consortium that was like, hey, if SAG-AFTRA strikes a deal, we'll pay this amount of money out of our own towards whatever. And it's just like, why are you directing that at the actors? Why aren't you directing that at the studios? Oh, because this is another attempt to convince the folks out there to that it's doomed otherwise, which of course it is not. It's not doomed. All right, so we got 4 and 1, and I believe these are symmetrical, but we'll put 1 on this side and 4 on the other, and then we'll build the top part here. I might just finish this. I don't know. I guess I probably should have done a poll today or yesterday for my patrons, my $10 patrons, about what I should build next, and I did not do that. And now that I'm like, oh, maybe I should have, but whatever. It is what it is. If we finish this early tonight, I don't think we will. But if there's a chance that we do, then I don't know. I'll just decide what I'm going to build next, or I'll have y'all vote. Do that too. Yeah, it looks neat. Again, no stickers on this kit. Some poly caps. I don't know how many we'll need. Mostly on the body part, most likely. But I should say, I didn't even say the point here. SAG-AFTRA and the AMPTP are going to be meeting on Tuesday. They'll be negotiating. And that's great. Bargaining will resume. We love to hear it. It has been now over 100 days. And it would be great to get that strike sorted. Get people back to work in various industries around it. It'd be great. So everybody's hopeful that this next offer will be, something. We see who brings what to the table and how it works out. But hopefully get this fucking thing done. All right. I need to tell you a video game thing that I had to ask some people questions about this because I did not understand what was going on. But there was some fucking shit going on that the FIFA fans, the football, at this point, I'm just going to say football or FC, but EA Sports FC, which is their sequel to without the FIFA name, 24, right? They have a bunch of competitive modes. But one of them was fucking shit up, and there's like tournaments and stuff happening here. In Ultimate Team's Division Rivals mode, basically, there was a glitch. If you were using, and again, I don't know all of these things. I am not an expert when it comes to this stuff. This is what I'm gathering from reading. This is an IGN article that I'm checking out here. Basically, there's a play style called Trickster Plus. And you could perform a skill move that would obviously, accidentally, certainly not on purpose, but accidentally, if you did this move, let's see, where are we here? Here we go. It would mean that the ball got stuck to you, the back of your leg, and then you could just run with the ball, and the ball could not be removed. It was just stuck to you, and you could just run into the goal. That has been fixed. We'll talk more about it in a second, but I did want to at least say that has been fixed. And by fixed, I mean the Trickster Plus playstyle is just removed temporarily from Ultimate Team's player items. So now you can only use regular Trickster, not Trickster Plus. So that is their solution right now until they can get a better solution. They just made so you couldn't play that. The ball incorrectly stuck to a dribbler. That is EA Sports FC official account. EA FC Direct said that the ball can incorrectly stick to a dribbler's legs as they run in some situations. By some, it seemed like Many, 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 many situations. Uh, and then they'll try to add it back later. Players using the glitch to gain advantage in Ultimate Team survival modes. And then it also, so that was in Rivals, right? That's where people were using it. But then, as people started learning about it, as they were getting bullshit wins, or perhaps they were just getting fucked over, it had spread to Weekend League, which is their player versus player mode that people take a whole lot of, apparently. They care about quite a bit and were very unhappy about the situation. Let's see. I imagine you haven't seen Collision, but I saw a video on Twitter, and there is a hell of an Eddie Kingston promo. Yes, I have not seen a moment of it because I watched Collision after the stream, and which I will be watching directly after this, because Collision runs 8 p.m. until 10 p.m., and then there's actually an extra hour tonight because of Battle of the Belts 4. Because of that, or about not 4, whatever Battle of the Belts, whatever it is. Battle of the Belts is tonight. So I don't watch a little bit of Collision and then rewatch it again after the stream. So I have not. What is it? Yeah, it's 8 is tonight. I'll be watching there. I'm not surprised Eddie Kingston gave a hell of a promo because that's what Eddie Kingston does. Yes, it's 8. All right, so this thing is just, this glitch was just fucking people over. And there was somebody doing it for like lots of viewers, and the people were like, "Why are you still doing it?" It's like, "Oh, because I want them to fix it. I needed to fix that there." So this is Bugs, which is a great username for someone who was doing this. Bugs said, so EA fixes it. That's why they're doing it. If it takes my account being banned to save the game I love, the game I fell in love with, I'll fall on my sword, which is hyperbolic, but also like totally possible that they could have gotten a ban for using scummy tactics. You're exposing, trying to expose that. And then they were like, delay Weekend League. Please delay Weekend League. Which apparently they didn't. They just got rid of that. Let's see. And then, of course, people like, I want, let's see, CEO creators are sat live on stream doing the Trickster glitch every game. And, of course, people are mad that some people were doing the glitch and streaming the glitch and acknowledging the glitch existed and benefiting from the glitch and all that. And that comes up anytime there's a major glitch and you can just get wins that you shouldn't be getting. There's always people who are mad about that. And people are just like, look, I'm doing this to shame EA into fixing it faster. And maybe they are, or maybe they have other reasons for doing it that may be less, cool. But that was a story that I was like, this is kind of fucking wild. And like a very weird glitch. Like, it's like, did this come in because of an update, because of a change? Has this been in the game for a while and someone just finally noticed how to do it? Like, what's up with this? Where did this come from? We may never know. But, there's still, a lot of people are still playing it, even if it is not selling as well as the 2023 FIFA game, which, of course, has the name FIFA. This game does not have FIFA attached to it. So you would expect that it would decrease a little bit. What? Get out of here. Instagram. I only want Instagram notifications when people like one of my photos. That's all I want. But I can drill down some, but there's just a bunch of bullshit that they're just like, you want to know about this, right? And it's just like, no, I very much don't want to know about this thing that you insist that I care about. Very frustrating. It's like, I don't care about fundraisers. Like, I will see it and I will notice it, but you don't have to give me a pop-up notification that someone I don't remember following has a fundraiser. It's like, nah, I'm good. Oh, we are not good here as far as... Okay, we're back. My apologies, friends. Having a little rough time here with the drop frames. Very frustrating that is happening, and so I do, of course, apologize for that. I reset my router today and thought we would be good, and apparently not fully good, which is annoying. Actually, I should probably panel line this before I put these in, because it might be annoying to do it after. Let's move on there. Other things. Speaking of Battle of the Belts, that'll be tonight. We got the acclaimed Anthony Bowens, Max Caster, and Billy Gunn taking on Matt Menard, Angelo Parker, and Daniel Garcia. And that no titles are going to change hands tonight, in my opinion. That is definitely not one that's going to change hands. There could be some shenanigans. I think we are looking at probably the dissolution of the group that has no name, the former members of the Jericho Appreciation Society. I think we'll probably see that. That would probably be the best for many of them to just do something else that's not that. Chris Statlander taking on Willow Nightingale. Will Willow Nightingale be meaner because she got misted previously, or that'll be the only thing that's going for Sky Blue is getting misted, made her evil? Who knows? We'll see. I don't think I want to see Willow, mean mugging Willow Nightingale. I don't think that's in her. She might have it in her, but I don't necessarily think I want to see that. Note that title will not change hands. Samoa Joe versus Tony Nese got added. I did not realize that it got added, and they're doing 4 matches. I did not know that. I don't know when that got added. That's weird. That's probably going to be very short. Tony Nese is a very capable wrestler. There's no way in fucking hell he's beating Samoa Joe. That just ain't happening. And then the only other one on this list here, which is probably going to be the main event, Orange Cassidy defending the International Championship against John Silver. I could see this leading to a second or third fight. This being a part of a series. I don't think the belt's going to change hands here. Hey, Lord Crashington. But I could see this leading to Best Friends versus Dark Order. And that could be pretty cool because, Dark Order's heels again. And on the other side, we've got Best Friends and Orange Cassidy. I could see that being a thing. Get a little 3-on-3 action going. That could be quite rad. I don't know if we're going to get that, but we could, and that would be interesting. And that'll be a good match. John Silver and Orange Cassidy have only wrestled each other a handful of times, and one of those times, they were under different gimmicks in Chikara. But if you put the Dark Order and Best Friends there, and you get Bryce as your referee, it's a very Chikara-heavy match. So I'm looking forward to that. But yeah, no belt has ever changed hands. There was one number 1 contender match that happened. Oh no, there's an interim. There was an interim champion was decided. I haven't watched Rampage yet. John Silver won that. Rad. Yeah, Lashbrook. I mean, 2 of the 3 of the people in that match in Rampage would have been interesting to see because Kip Sabian and Orange Cassidy work really well together. I mean, Kip's got nothing going on right now, but that could still be interesting. And John Silver versus Orange Cassidy is the most interesting, and that's what we got. Isaiah Cassidy versus Orange Cassidy is the Cassidy fight, but other than that, it's and they're also calling him Brother Zay, so it's it's probably for the best we didn't get that. So yeah, it's a very Chikara match between Best Friends and all that. Oh, what I was saying is, there has never been a title change. There was an interim title decided, but no belt has ever changed hands in the history of Battle of the Belts. So maybe 8 is a charm, but I don't see that happening. Yes, Sammy Guevara became the interim TNT champion in the very first Battle of the Belts, and that is the first time that anything like that has happened, or since. It's just been matches where the champion won every single time. There has never been a title change. There should be, but there hasn't. Let's see. Speaking of wrestling, if you have been keeping up with Ring of Honor, that means that you have, or if you've been watching it, that means that you have Honor Club, the paid monthly $10 a month service where you get weekly, a new show every week for Ring of Honor that airs on Thursdays, and then also previous Ring of Honor content. And you could, this summer, for the first time, you could order the pay-per-view and watch it on the website because they do pay-per-views basically every quarter. The next one's coming up, which is on December 15th. It's a Friday, December 15th. Ring of Honor Final Battle. That show is going to be sold only on Ring of Honor, just to subscribers. You will not be able to buy it on Bleacher Report or Fight. You will have to have an account. It will be included. It will be like the premium live events